Hey, in this video, I'm going to talk about the 7 steps to designing the perfect funnel system for your business. Now, just so you know, this system is responsible for over $250 million in sales and revenue for our clients and our partners that have used this system. Hey guys, I'm Bryan Dulaney, top 1% of all marketers and funnel experts in the world, according to Tony Robbins. And I've had the privilege of helping my clients and partners generate over $250 million in sales and revenue in the last decade of marketing and selling online. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. Designing the 7 steps of the perfect funnel system. First off, at a high level, you've got cold traffic, right? This is the masses. These are people that don't yet know, like, or trust you, right? So we want to take cold traffic far over here, move them to become visitors. Then once they become a visitor of your ads and your landing pages, then they become leads. From leads, they convert into buyers. And then if you've done a great job and done a bunch of other things that we'll talk about here in this video, then you'll start to build a tribe and a community of raving fans who love you, who share your message, who send you more traffic for free, okay? And so that's the outcome of a perfect funnel system. It's high level, right? It's capturing leads, converting sales, and creating a tribe and a community of raving fans who love you, okay? If you remember in yesterday's video, we talked about building a business that actually lasts. If you apply the 7 steps to your business, you'll build a business that lasts decades, not just days, right? Now, before I jump into the 7 steps, I want to tell you a little quick backstory on this. I was in Hawaii, second night, back in 2012. I had moved from all the way from the East Coast in Pennsylvania, where I'm from, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, and I moved from Pennsylvania over to San Diego because when I grew up, my dad did trade shows over here on the West Coast, and I absolutely love the West Coast. I love that they're always 2 years ahead of innovation. They're always, a healthier state. They're just, more advanced, it seemed to me as I was growing up and as I got a chance to experience the culture here. And so I moved over 2012, and when I first landed in San Diego, I launched a service that was a blog network. And if you know about, ranking stuff in the search engines back then, we got hit with what we call the Panda update. Okay, so they had all these funny names of different, updates that they did, and ultimately it was in an attempt to clean up the search engines and our ability as marketers to, game the system, right? And now our job as the marketers, we're trying to figure out, like, how do we get to number 1, right? Like, we're always trying to figure out how to get number 1, because when you get to number 1, for your keywords, obviously you get more traffic and you get it for free, right? Like, who doesn't love free traffic, right? So anyways, I launched a blog network. It went from 0 to 70,000 a month in recurring commissions, okay? And I had a few big affiliate partners lined up. I was literally executing what's known as the Dream 100 campaign, right? What is the Dream 100 campaign? Well, it was originated by Chet Holmes, and then it was more so, made more famous, made more known by Russell Brunson and also by Dana Derricks. But the Dream 100 concept is essentially affiliate marketing and joint ventures, okay? In its simplicity, right? Dream 100 is just the cool, fancy term for it. But if you break it down, Dream 100 campaign is affiliate marketing and joint ventures, okay? So I want you to get that. And so what we did was, I had known some influencers in the marketplace. I said, hey, let me do this service for you for free. Let you test it out for a couple months. You come back, I'll report on your results. And you can see your results happening in real time. Your rankings are gonna increase in the search engines. I knew that for a fact because it was working for all of our other clients and all of our other websites. And literally, like a week before the Panda update, where we lost all of our sites, over 1,000 websites, I had to turn and not refund, but cancel $70,000 a month in recurring commissions. And these big affiliates, I know, would have taken this thing to $1 million a month, okay? But I had to shut it down because of the Panda update, right? Okay, I had to reinvent myself. Well, what happened was, went to Hawaii for 2 months. Okay, I was like, you know what? Let's go to Hawaii. Let's just regroup. Let's rethink. Let's put a reset on everything. Let's rethink the future of our business and how we're going to serve clients and customers. And so one of the things that hit me the second night when I woke up was perfect funnel system. Like, literally, I woke up. It was like 12 something in the middle of the morning. I woke up. Perfect funnel system hit me, and the headline, how I helped this guy, Bryan, generate $150,000 in 90 days, okay? So the headline hit me, and it was using webinars, spending less than $5,000 out of pocket to get the traffic to come to the table. Okay, so that's where the Perfect Funnel System actually originated. It originated from me doing webinars back in 2010 when I was at an event, and I was there. It was an event that people paid $6,000 to attend, and I was there talking about lead generation for SEO agencies. And there was another gentleman there named Bryan, and he was there talking about selling stuff as well, right? So him and I went out to lunch, and we gelled, we connected. I bought into the vision of what he wanted to create and how he wanted to, contribute to the world through personal development. And so we actually put together a webinar. It did $150,000 in 90 days, okay? We spent less than $5,000 out of pocket, and that's because, again, I go back to this whole Dream 100 campaign concept. We reached out to everybody who would be a good fit with his webinar and that offer. Okay, so we instead of approaching them with, here's a good way to make some extra money, right? Most list owners care about money, but they actually care about something a little bit more important, which is the relationship they have with their list, right? So we came at it from that perspective. We said, hey, listen, we have something that your list is gonna love. We know that they're gonna love it. We know that it's gonna add more value to your relationship with them because you introduced them to it, and it's gonna transform their lives first and foremost. And we got people to say yes all the time to that offer of promoting it to the list because it truly added value to the life of their list. Okay? The money was icing on the cake, right? Like the making an affiliate commission was icing on the cake. What the list owners, those particular list owners cared about was how to make my relationship with my list better, okay? And have them thank me for introducing them to this opportunity rather than them finding out about the opportunity on their own, right? So this is how Perfect Funnel System was born in a nutshell. I came back to San Diego and started to speak at masterminds and started to speak about the topic of this whole Perfect Funnel System, these 7 steps: capturing leads, converting sales, creating a community of raving fans. By the way, if you have any questions throughout this entire video, just drop a comment below this video. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have. So, I want to pre-frame that a little bit for you, just to help you understand a little bit of the background. I've been marketing online since 2006 when I first got in the game, and been at it for a long time. And I found that this Perfect Funnel System applies to any business. I don't care if you're a local business. I don't care if you sell e-commerce products. I don't care if you're an expert, author, speaker, coach, consultant. Even if you run a service-based business, you can apply, right? I do what's called private one-on-one intensives where people fly into our offices here in La Jolla, California, and we map out all your funnels and your ads and your offers. And we create $1 million a month or $1 million a year blueprint for you, right? Kind of like if you're gonna build your dream home, right? Like you'd have an architect design out the plans before you went and built it, right? So we do that, and I've done it hundreds of times. And literally it comes back to these 7 steps, okay? So step number 1 is, and I'm gonna go quickly here. If you have any questions before, be sure to drop a comment below this video. And I'd love to hear from you anyways. So drop a comment, show me some love. So number 1 is irresistible money magnets. That's what I call it, okay? So irresistible money magnets. So there's 21 different types of irresistible money magnets, okay? What it is what are the hooks that you're throwing out in the marketplace through your advertising or however you're putting offers into the marketplace, right? Typically we use Facebook ads or YouTube ads or Instagram ads, or we email our list, or there's a ton of different ways we can do this, right? We can do shout outs on podcasts, right? There's a ton of different opportunities for you to put out these hooks into the marketplace. But that's what an irresistible money magnet is. It's what are you putting out into the marketplace that's gonna bring people into your world, right? The biggest thing that I've noticed is curiosity is king as it relates to your lead magnet, or what I call an irresistible money magnet, okay? The other thing that's important is, do you have the right bait for the right audience, right? Most people who I sit with don't know their audience as deep as they should. They just don't. And they're not just new people, okay? I have people come in my offices that are already doing $30, $40, $50 million a year. Even those people don't know with specificity, clarity on who it is that they serve, okay? So it's a key important element, when you are sending offers in the marketplace, knowing who you're serving, knowing the problems that they're facing and all that type of fun stuff, right? But there's 21 different types of irresistible money magnets, from webinars and free reports to free samples, right? I use this example a lot in my funnel days. I say, you can walk down the street and grab a free sample at the Italian gelato store down the street, and there's always a line at 5 o'clock and at lunch, because they have an amazing product. And they're giving away free samples for a reason, because the law of reciprocity works, right? You give you send something out for free, you're going to get something back, right? It's a law for a reason. I always say that. It's a law for a reason, right? Like the law of gravity is a law for a reason. If you jump off a building, you're going to fall on the floor, right? The law of reciprocity works as well in the same way. You send good stuff out, you're going to get good stuff back. It can't not work. I've seen it work so many times over the last decade of me being in business. In fact, part of the reason why I'm putting out all of this content over the next year, over 365 pieces of content that have been strategically structured throughout the entire year for you, is because I understand the law of reciprocity at hand, and I understand that the deeper of a connection that we have, the more value add to your life, the more that you'll trust me and say, hey, I'd like your team to help me out with X, Y, or Z. Or Bryan, I'd like you to take a look at this thing, and I would like your brain on this thing with my business, right? It's the law of reciprocity. It works, okay? Use the law for your favor, right? If you're able to use the law of gravity in your favor, you would use it, right? Okay, you want to use laws in your favor to grow your business, right? So when it comes to having an irresistible money magnet, I wouldn't look and say like, well, what one do I need? Right? It just depends, right? Not everybody should have an application funnel. Not everybody should have a free report. Not everybody should have a free webinar, right? I love webinars. They're great for selling information products. But if you're in e-commerce space, you might not sell that e-commerce product through a webinar, okay? If I'm selling ice cream, I'm not gonna use a webinar to sell the ice cream. I'm gonna give away free samples. That free sample is gonna hook them in, and they're gonna be walking right into the store and buying a cup. Because number one, it's an amazing product. And number two, the law of reciprocity is kicking in, right? You've given something that creates that urgency and that feeling within them and say, okay, well now I need to get more. I need to like pay for what you just gave me, right? So books are great examples, quizzes and cheat sheets and downloads and, again, free reports. These are all different ideas that you can use, okay? The key idea here is that you want to start building a list, okay, that you own. Okay, your remarketing pixel that's on Facebook, you don't own that. Facebook shuts your account down, you lose that list, okay? That sucks, I've been there. Been there, done that, okay? But your database, you own that, and you want to build that up. Yeah, you should have some goals around that too, like what's your email database list size going to grow to in the next 12 months or in 2020, right? And go and forward into the future, right? Your email database should be producing you $1 per month per email. So think about that. If you have 10,000 people on an email, it's $10,000 a month in commission in revenue for you in your business. If you have 100,000 people, that's $100,000 a month. If you have 1 million people, that's $1 million a month. If you're doing it right, if you're actually emailing people, it's a key. Okay, most people don't email people these days, right? So if you have any questions about irresistible money magnets, feel free to drop a comment below this video, and I'd love to answer any questions you might have, all right? Number two is capturing leads. You've got to have a way of capturing that information and putting it onto lists. There's 5 primary ways that we use to capture leads. Number one is obviously your name and email, form fields, right? So name, email. If I'm giving away a free webinar, I'm going to do name, email, phone number is optional, right? And that's going to come onto my list. I'm going to now have that lead on my list that I can now send out broadcasts to or follow-up sequences to. Okay, super important. Okay, second one is SMS. Okay, let's say you're at a live event. I talk about this all the time. If you're at a live event, set up an SMS, like text this number to this number and get all this free stuff. Okay, I've literally seen and had the ability myself to pick up more than 50% of the contacts in a room of up to 1,000 people from sending out free stuff by saying text this number to this number. Right? That's powerful. That's powerful, right? Okay. The key point is you gotta have something that's powerful to give away. So you gotta have a really good lead magnet, right? You gotta have that really sexy, irresistible money magnet. People they're gonna want to run up to the front of the room to get that number, right? Okay. Then you put it on every slide after you mention it. Keep it on every slide throughout the entire presentation. It's a big mistake that a lot of people make, is that they put the number up and then they skip on to move on to content, right? Shift it now down to the bottom, keep it in the corner, and watch as you'll have people walking up to you at the end of your presentation and they'll say, thank you for leaving that number up there for me to get that stuff. Okay, now what they're saying is they weren't ready to give you their information. They weren't ready for what you had to offer until you start telling some stories and connecting with them and providing value to their experience, right? That's what they're really saying, but they didn't want to say that, okay? Like, oh, thanks for doing that. They don't even know what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, so that's number 2. Okay, capture leads. Live chat's a great mechanism for capturing leads. I love live chat. Okay, ManyChat, also a phenomenal application. We use ManyChat in the case of after someone signs up for a webinar, then they'll give an option, subscribe to ManyChat. When they subscribe to ManyChat, then they get notifications through ManyChat, and ManyChat gets distributed an hour before their webinar goes live, so it pulls more people into the webinar. I had one of my webinars had over 3,000 people registered. Okay, we sent a ManyChat broadcast out, boom. Okay, had over 90% of the people open that broadcast message. Okay, I don't know about you, but my email rates are not getting opened by 90% of the people that I'm sending it out to. Okay, so we're using all these different tools and tactics and strategies to get attention, right? Because people are so inundated with all types of stuff these days, and we've got busy lives, so they need the reminders, right? Okay, so you've got name and email, you've got live chat, SMS, you've got ManyChat, and then another one that you should be doing if you're not is remarketing. Okay, also called retargeting. So what that is like someone lands on your website, they get cookied or pixeled. Okay, there's a platform called AdRoll, Perfect Audience. Google has a pixel that you can place. You can do remarketing through Google, advertising, AdWords, and then you can also do it through Facebook as well. Okay, very powerful. Okay, and I love to tell this story because one of my good friends, Dave Vollmer, owns a company called Isolator Fitness. It's cool because I was a part of that whole the creative process of actually helping him get that brand actually kicked off and started in the first place. And we literally used affiliate marketing to get our way into then him having his own product line. And since then, he's generated well over $36 million selling lunch coolers. Of all things, believe it or not, lunch coolers. So you can sell pretty much anything, okay, that people want if it's good quality, and his product is absolutely the best. So one thing is, years ago, I went into his facility. He just opened up a big, nice, fat facility. All of his equipment, his sewing machines, and he actually manufactures the coolers. And I had over 100 employees in there working at that time. Now it's dwindled down to it's more optimized and more efficient. But I said, hey man, are you doing remarketing? He's like, what's that? And I was like, man, you're killing me here. Go to adroll.com, grab the code, throw it on your website, or have your web guy throw it on the website, and create some banners to bring people back to get a discount or bring them back to buy what it is that they wanted to buy in the first place. He's like, okay, great, done. Okay, so he does it. Okay, calls me back next week. Hey Bryan, we did that thing. We're making an extra $400 a day in revenue. I'm like, that's awesome. But are you doing the second thing that I said, the more strategic way? He's like, oh no, man, that's gonna take too long. I said, do you want to make more money or do you want to leave more money on the table? He's like, well, I want to make more money, so we'll do it, and I'll call you back. So he calls me back 3 months later. Okay, 3 months went by. Calls me back. Hey man, want to let you know we did that strategy, a more advanced strategy. Oh man, thankfully we finally did it. We're making $4,000 a day back in reclaimed revenue. Now the advanced strategy that I told him was, listen, if someone's looking at a blue lunch cooler, then you should be showing them blue lunch coolers when they're going off into other websites. When they're on CNN or Fox News, or when they're on Weather Channel, or where they're on YouTube, like they should be seeing video and ads and creative. Creative is known as ads. It's images and videos. That's creative. They should be saying creative. That is what they want, right? If I'm looking at a blue bag, I want that blue bag following me around. Like I don't want a pink one, right? Like I'm not going to resonate with that. That's not what I wasn't at the website for the pink bag, right? So remarketing is very powerful. You can do it. There's tons of different applications for it. I'm not going to go deep dive into that because I could talk about that all day. Okay. Number 3, developing relationships. Okay, I'll go deeper because literally every single step of the perfect funnel system I could literally talk about for 30 minutes each step. Okay, and I can go really deep. We're not going to have time for that now. But step 3 is developing relationships with your prospects. Okay, you've got people that are now on your list. Now it's time to add value, build rapport, show that you can actually produce results for them. It's called producing results in advance, and then make offers. Step 4 is convert sales. Okay, so when you're making an offer, you convert the sale. All right, and then from the point of converting that sale, step 5 is adding outrageous value. Adding outrageous value is what else you selling, right? I've got a thing called a free golden ticket. Okay, it's a USB drive that has our 7 and 8 figure funnels, emails, and scripts loaded onto it. Okay, and I could have sold it for $1,000 or $2,000, but I decided to give it away for free for $9.95. Just pay for the shipping. Okay, Well, the upsells that are in the sequence help to make the average cart value over $50 just on the front end. Okay, not to mention, because of our business model, it's actually over $300 per $9.95 buyer. So what that means to me is that I can spend $150 to get a $9.95 buyer if I wanted to. I'm only spending about $15 to $20, but I could spend $100, $150 to double my money and make $300, which is what it's currently producing. Okay, so super important. Okay, what other offers do you have in the mix in your sequences, in your funnels? Okay, you want to get that average cart value up. You want to get that lifetime value up. Okay, and then after you add outrageous value, the next thing you do is you deliver awesomeness. Okay, so now we're on the path to, you've got buyers, right? You want to create raving fans. Okay, I always talk about this. How do you create that wow effect? How do you create the effect that every customer who sees what it is that they consume, what you bought, that they purchased, how can they say that was amazing? For me, when someone gets a free golden ticket, they get a golden package in the mail with a USB. And literally at Funnel Hacking Live in 2019, I had about 15 to 20 people come up to me and say, "Hey Bryan, man, thank you so much. That was gold. The information that you shared on there was gold." Now, I believe that the gold package helped that language, and the gold USB drive helped that conversation to be associated with gold. Okay, but that's the kind of association that you want people to have with you. You want them to have that feeling that what you produce is valuable, right? What you produce is epic, right? You want that wow effect. There's a number of things that we do, from calling customers, which people don't do these days, to sending free stuff, welcome boxes, welcome packages, bonuses, unexpected surprise bonuses. There's a number of different things. Those are just a few ideas, but you want to think, I need to think like a big brand. I need to think like someone who wants a tribe of raving fans, not just someone who wants to sell more stuff. Okay? If you think about building a tribe, then you'll say, okay, what can I do to make this customer happy? What can I do to make this, blow this customer's mind, blow them out of the water so that they're super stoked to refer business back to us, right? And then the last step of designing the perfect funnel system for your business is your tribe of raving fans. Okay, and part of that is, number one, having an identity. Okay, Funnel Hackers is an example. We have a tribe called Legacy Builders. That's our coaching mastermind group. Okay, I've created different ones in the past. I've created them all the time for our clients. But what is your tribe? Like, what is the identity that people can step into in your brand, in your business? Okay, what's the language? Every tribe has its own language. What's the language of your brand, right? You notice the 7 steps of a perfect funnel system. Number one, perfect funnel system is its own brand term that we own. And then it has 7 steps, which are all uniquely designed and uniquely named to be its own language, because it's all part of this system, this architected system of capturing leads, converting sales, and creating a community of raving fans. So again, thank you for watching this far. If you're still watching, and I'd love to hear from you. So drop a comment or question below this video. I'd love to know if you have a perfect funnel system right now for your business. Like, are you using a perfect funnel system for your business? Do you have one in your business? Do you want one in your business? Part of our business in our agency, Perfect Funnel System, we help our clients and our partners, we help them build and design and architect a perfect funnel system for your business. If you'd like that, let us know. We'd be happy to point you in the right direction. And you can learn more at bryandulaney.com. You can learn more at perfectfunnelsystem.com. You can learn more even just by simply typing a comment below this video, and we'd be happy to get back to you.